What's up, guys? We're back with another video. We've been busy.
Yeah.
We've not really had time to make many gun videos, I guess. It's kind of what we've turned into, but we've been farming. Got our hay cut. I got some cool videos of with the drone when everybody was working, except me. So we're going to put some of them in this video. But we're going to start off first with pretty much the first process that we do in trying to grow a hay crop is fertilizer. So we put that out. You remember when we put that out?
About the end of March, I think.
It's about the end of March. Try to get our fertilizer out. Super expensive this time.
Yeah.
And probably will be from here on out because prices don't seem to go down miraculously. But so after that, then comes time to cut the hay, and we usually try to do that sometime around, we start looking about the middle of May, and then towards the end of May, a lot of times is when that works out. And this year actually worked out June 1st.
I think that's the day we cut, yeah.
So we had some good hay weather for that. Mowing the hay, we've got a tractor and a disc mower, and you want to talk about what those two are?
The tractor is a 5610S Ford. I think it's 90-some model. And the disc mower is a 462 New Holland. It's an older model. Does a pretty good job, though. It seems to work pretty good for us.
What size is the disc mower?
8 foot.
8 foot. So we're actually coming from using a 395 Case International, so pretty good size, smaller tractor than the 5610, and a 6 foot disc mower.
Yeah.
And how big of a difference has that made?
It's cut the time down on our mowing quite a bit.
Sometimes we have to ted the hay, other times we don't. It just depends on how thick it is, if it's rained, if it's been hot, if it's been not hot, whatever. So we don't always ted our hay. Some people ted every time. It doesn't matter what the weather is.
This year we had a short rainfall and the whole month of April, and hay wasn't too thick, and everybody around here is saying their hay turned out half what it usually does. Ours turned out a little better than that. It was about 2/3 what it normally does, but everybody around here is going to be short on hay this time, so it really wasn't much tedding to do.
After we got done mowing, we let it cure for 2 days, and then he started raking on it, and I got some video of that too. You want to talk about your rake setup?
It's just a common 256 New Holland rake. It's the most popular rake I'd say ever made. A lot of people have moved on from them to bigger rakes, and we actually have a bigger rake. But in the springtime, I like to use the old 256. We pull it with a 2000 Ford. I'm not sure what year it is made, probably in the 60s.
Yeah.
It was Daddy's old tractor, and he handed it down to John when he got done using it, and I like driving it.
I'd rather drive that tractor as any big tractor around.
Yeah, it's
it handles so good.
Of course, it don't take a lot of power to pull the little hay rake, but it does a good job.
A little 2000 Ford diesel.
Yep.
Would you argue that the 256 New Holland hay rake is probably the best?
Yeah, it's stood the test of time. Just about every farmer's got one. They might have parked it somewhere and quit using it, but there's more of them sitting around than probably anything.
I think you can drive by a field and no tractor, no hay rake anywhere in the field, and look at windrows, and you could almost tell they raked that with a 256 New Holland.
pretty much. There's quicker rakes out there. If you got a lot of hay to put up, and I understand farmers that's got a lot of acreage to cover, quit using one of those and get a bigger rake, and I fully understand that. But the 256 is probably the most common, and it does a good job for us.
Now listen, he's being a little bit modest here, but we've got a field out here that is right next to the road. I'm talking everybody that drives on this road sees it. and it looks like a work of art. When he gets,
I wouldn't go that far.
when he gets done, it looks like Van Gogh's paintbrush.
I wouldn't go that far.
He is so meticulous about how that looks when he goes through there. And I know that generation after generation, I guess we just get worse. But if I can get it in a windrow and it goes in a roll of hay, I'm happy.
It's all about the man doing the rolling. You try to take care of him. If you've ever run a hay roller, you try to please him and make his job easier. Nobody wants to run a hay roller over 20 acres of ground and get 10 rolls of hay. You know what I mean? They want a little small windrows. They have to travel so much more to get a roll of hay, and you just try to take care of the man doing the rolling.
What do you call the big windrows?
What do you mean the big windrow?
When somebody messes up and drags their...
They got, well, a friend of mine but used to call them Volkswagens. On your corners and everything, a lot of people, you know, and I've done it before too, but you'll have a big pile of hay there about shaped like a old Volkswagen, and you don't want to cause them to choke a roller up. You know, you try to take care of the man doing the rolling. We got a guy that does our rolling for us that we go to church with. I try to take care of him.
Right. I've personally never rolled hay. I've rode several rounds with people that has been rolling. I've never been the one pressing the clutch in and giving it gas or nothing like that, but I've rode several rounds. But his argument is that everybody that's going to rake hay should have to roll hay first.
Yeah, you're more inclined to do a good job raking if you've ever run a roller.
We don't have our own hay roller. We don't have a cab tractor. All of our stuff's open station. So we actually hire somebody to roll our hay. And it's been different people over the years. But we've settled in the last little bit with a guy that we go to church with. He's nice enough to come up here and take time out of his hay season to make sure that ours gets took care of. I don't really know what his setup is as far as the tractor. You can probably see it in the video.
I'm not sure what the size of the tractor is. It's a pretty good sized John Deere tractor, and he's got a older model 535 John Deere roller, and they've stood the test of time. Those
the 530s and the 535s, or is it just
the 530 was a little slower about tying, and they come out with a 535, and it ties quicker, so you can get through the field quicker, and his roller does a good job.
Yeah, it does a fantastic job. Of course, they've got all kinds of different stuff out now as far as rolling hay goes, hay rollers and all this stuff. But one thing that I've seen just in my short time, and you've been farming longer than I have, but it really seems like John Deere, that's the hay roller.
Yeah.
Like that's the one to get. And then to me, for everything else, it'd be a New Holland. Of course, we've got a New Holland disc mower and a New Holland rake, and used to have a New Holland hay baler, and it's pretty awesome too.
Square baler.
But anyway, I hope you guys have enjoyed the drone shots that we was able to get, and just tried to have a little fun filming everybody. And I even got the neighbor. He was letting his son
rake for the first time.
And I went over there and got a little video of him. That was kind of special. But anyway, we've been farming. We ain't been trading much and shooting and doing all that other stuff. And but don't you worry.
We'll get back at it.
I'm John.
Paul.
And thank y'all for watching our videos. We love you guys. See you.